Hi there, it's me again. So we're going to tackle a question based on standard deviation and variance, statistics 1. So we have 5 values in a data set and we don't know what those values are. There's no need for us to know those values. The sum of those 5 values is 250 with a standard deviation of 15. And it also turns out that a 6th value was added to the data set here. A 6th value is added to the data set in such a way that now the new mean is 40, and we have to find, as a question here, our question here is to find the variance of the 6 values in the data set. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to bring to your attention the formula that's going to be used throughout this question. It's going to be equal to variance of x is basically summation of x square, all right, summation of x to the square over n minus the mean to the square. Now this is a very important formula, okay, that we're going to be using throughout the question. The first thing I'm interested, we have 5 values. The value of n is 5, and the sum, that is summation of x, is 250. Therefore the summation summation of x is 250, and the standard deviation has been given as standard deviation is 15. So we know the variance of the 5 value is going to be 15 to the square, which is then 225. And now, where do we go from here? The next thing is a 6th value is added, so now the new value of n is 6, and so the summation of x is going to be equal to 6 times the mean, because the mean's been given, so mean is now 40, so 6 times 40, we have 240 as the new summation of x squared. The 6th value added, what's that value? The 6th value that was added is the new summation of x minus the old summation of x, so that's 240 minus 250 turns out to be negative 10. So this is what we have, okay, as the value. Minus 10 was the 6th value that was added to this. I'm interested to know what's going to be the summation of x square. Well, if I look at the 5 values, the summation of x square is going to be equal to, that's going to be then, okay, so if we use the formula, so what's the formula is the variance of x. We have the variance of x, which is 225, is equal to summation of x squared. I'm interested to find this. Okay, divided by n is 5, minus the mean, and the mean was actually 250 over 5. Okay, 250 over 5, and that's to the square. So we have then 225 summation of x squared over 5 minus, this is 50 to the square is 2,500. Rearranging this, I'm going to get x squared, summation of x squared is equal to 225. This can go on the other side, plus 2,500, and you multiply by 5, and so it turns out to be 2,725 times 5. So you calculate it here. So 225 plus 2,500, okay, and all of that multiplied by 5, and you get 13,625. The reason I was after this summation of x squared is because I want to find the new summation of x squared, because the new value was added. So remember, if a new value is added, and if you want to find the summation of x squared, including that new value, you must square that new value. So my new summation of x to the square, the new summation of x squared is going to be equal to this one here, the old summation of x squared, 13,625, plus the new value, all of that to the square. So we're going to add 100 to this, because negative 10 to the square is 100, turns out to be 13,725. And from here now, I've got all the information I need. The value of n is 6. The mean is given as 40 here. So we can use the formula and find the new variance of all the 6 values. So new variance of all the 6 values. I'm going to say variance of x itself is equal to this summation of x squared, which is now 13,725, divided by the new size of the distribution, so divided by 6, and then take away the mean to the square, which is 40 to the square. So let me just do that here from the calculator and see what we get. So we're going to take plus 100 divided by 6, and then take away 40 to the square. Turns out to be 687.5. And of course, if you were to find the new standard deviation, you're going to take the square root of that. I can do that as well. So we're going to find the square root of the answer here. So our new standard deviation is going to be 26.2201 and so on. So let me say 26.2. So that's the answer to this question. Now, this is how we go about and tackle a question like this. Okay, very often this is it's kind of a very challenging question. All right, I hope you've been able to make the most out of it, understand this, and keep practicing. And of course, if you get something like this in the exams, you're going to be the winner. Take care.